Hey there. So I couldn't help but think about how in Wicked there's this clear description of why animals are being treated differently and why Oz is moving in this direction of greater and greater segregation and abuse of animals. And to me, it seems to very much mirror the treatment of immigrants and the trans population here in the United States. What do I mean? Well, they tell us that the reason why they're doing it is because after the Great Drought, they started looking for people to blame. And then The Wizard of Oz is even clearer about that fact that, well, people need a common enemy to bring them together. And it seems that when you look at the way politicians talk about both immigrants here in the United States and the trans population, that they seem to be talking about people who really have no negative impact on the United States whatsoever as a whole. Like whether or not there are individual, people who do harm, sure, but that's true of every group. But as a whole, these people do no harm, and in many cases only bring good. What is it that's causing our society to turn on those people? And why do our politicians seem to do it with such venom, hate, and joy? And I can't help but think that it's the same reason. That, well, these politicians want to create coalitions, bring disparate groups of people together to vote for them, and we got to create a common enemy. So in one case, pick a group of people who's so small that their vote doesn't really count, and in another case, pick a group of people who simply aren't allowed to vote. And so then, as long as you convince everyone that they're living in a horrible situation and that society's going horribly and that they need a common enemy, you can convince them to vote for you because you'll protect them from a group of people who aren't doing you any harm.